All right, we've got the market update for the Boise area through the end of February 2026. And for those of you that this video is way too long and you want to watch the whole thing, here's the top 3 things you need to know, whether you're a buyer or a seller or an agent who's interested in the Boise area market. So number 1, pricing is actually down year to date. Number 2, inventory is rising. And number 3, pending sales are actually up as well. So if you want to find out what all of this is as we dive in a little deeper, watch the rest of this video. All right. As usual, we're going to dive in and get right to the meat and potatoes. So number 1, pricing's actually down year to date. Now, not anything crazy. We're only 2 months in, but we're down 0.1%. So, effectively we're flat. Now, I would expect these numbers typically to rise the first 4 to 5 months of the year. This is where most of the gain comes inside of our real estate world in the Boise area, is in the first 3 to 5 months of the year. We probably get 80% of the gains we're going to get. So this is important to watch. We need to see what's going to happen to pricing over the coming months. My prediction is probably more of the same, which might mean for a flat or maybe even a down year for real estate in the Boise area in terms of pricing. Now, would this impact my decision on, should I wait to buy? Absolutely not. I think, people ask us all the time, when's a good time to buy real estate? And, the only good answer I've heard in my 21 years of selling real estate is if you can answer these 2 questions, then it's good. So number 1 is, do you have a good enough reason to buy? That's the number 1 thing. If the answer is no, then don't even worry about it. Number 2, you proceed if you have a good enough reason. Number 2 is, can you afford it? If you have a good enough reason and you can afford it, then you just need to buy with confidence. Do not try to time the market. It's a fool's errand. So we'll see. I'm not making some outlandish prediction. I think this is a pretty safe bet that we're going to be flat this year in pricing, maybe down a little bit. I mean, I would say my window of pricing is, down 2%, up 2%. That's a 4% window. I don't think that's I would be shocked if we were outside of that window. Shocked, maybe that's a strong word, but I'd feel very confident. If I had to bet my money, that's where I'd bet. And if I needed to tighten it up, it'd be 1 to 1. So maybe that's a 2% window. I think that's too tight to guess. But that's where we're at so far. We really want to see if we're going to get price gain. We want to see it happen in the first 3 or 4 months. Okay, let's scroll up here. We are at 768 homes on the market at the end of February. As you go look at the same time last year, we had 653 homes. So we're up about 20%, right? That's about 120 more listings than we had the same time last year. Does that scare me? No, we still are super low. As we look at this chart here, I can show you that we have 1.5 months supply, right? So that means if we get no new listings for the next 45 days, we're going to have nothing to sell. So this is nothing to be alarmed about. Inventory is up 20%. That would probably help you watch the video. Maybe we'll put that clickbait title in so people actually watch. But the reality is, we need more listings. It could go up 20%, 10 more times, and we'd be feeling pretty good about it. So last thing is pending sales are up. We're at 516 through the end of February. So we sold 516 homes in the Ada County area. That's the greater Boise area. This same time last year, we sold 440. So it's pretty similar in respect to the amount of inventory. If you go 20% more, that'd be 520. So we're basically identical. The amount of inventory we saw increase, we sold it. So I would say the market right now in the Boise area is extremely healthy. I would say buying and selling right now, it's a pretty neutral market. Some price points, buyers have edges. Some price points, sellers have edges. Like the lower price points, sellers have edges, and the very high prices, they have edges. The middle ground, it seems to be that there's a little bit more inventory there, and buyers tend to have a little bit of the edge there. So I hope this was helpful. At the end of the day, when the market's like where it's at today, there are people who are not not able to take advantage of their seller's market, and there's buyers not able to take advantage of their buyer's market. It's because they have agents that don't have the data. They're not looking and studying what is the average price here. I'll show you all the details here. Let's dive into this a little bit more. I'll get you a better chart. They don't understand what we're looking at here. So they don't know the average original listing price versus the actual sold price. They don't know that between 800 and a million, that on average there's 1.2%. But we can dig even deeper into this data and see what kind of concessions were these people getting when they were purchasing these homes. What's the average days on market? If we're beyond that average days on market, then we probably should be negotiating even more. What's the month of supply or the absorption ratio? You want an agent who understands all this data. They can show it to you. You can be armed with it before you ever become emotionally attached to a home, so you can make a good, solid decision. So refer your clients to City of Trees Real Estate, or obviously choose City of Trees Real Estate if you are a buyer or seller. Choose us to interview, right? I encourage you to interview buyers and sellers agents from multiple companies, and throw a City of Trees agent in as one of your options. You won't regret it. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back in 1 month with another update on the Boise market. Until then, hope you have an amazing, I guess we're getting into spring. Thanks.